You gotta stand up when you're pushed down. Don't stay to sitting down on the ground. And when you start to fall, forget your fear, 'cause you will have to rise above it. You gotta stand up when you're pushed down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. I'm your commentator, Elliot James. Tonight we are coming to you live from the University of Michigan State in East Lansing, Michigan. And we've got a very, very interesting show for you tonight, as we have two more World Heavyweight Championship Tournament matches. And, as well as the two tournament matches, we've got, of course, as announced last week, we have Mickie James versus Ruby Riott. If Mickie James wins, she will face Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules for the women's title. A rematch from 2 weeks ago now. But if Ruby Riott wins, there will be a #1 contenders women's battle royal. And one thing that James did not mention that he completely meant to, just it slipped his mind, but he did tell me after that show went off the air. When it comes to that battle royal, it's not going to be like your typical everyone starts in the ring. It's going to be more like the Royal Rumble. But that is later in the show when we'll find out what happens there. Honestly, if I had to pick someone to win, I'd want to see Mickie James win because, you know, she was screwed out of the women's title. I want to see the veteran get another opportunity. But again, that's later in the show. We don't care about that right now. What we care about is, this is the very first second round match in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. It is the phenomenal AJ Styles against Hideo Itami. Now, AJ, of course, he beat, put air quotes if you want, around beat, but he beat Bray Wyatt, hitting him to the mat 1, 2, 3 with the Styles Clash. Now, of course, I say put air quotes if you want, because, of course, as if you watched Raw last week, you would know Bray Wyatt had AJ dead to rights, and then he just got off the pin after the Sister Abigail, and AJ ended up coming back and winning. And then Itami, of course, he was in the very He was in the very first tournament match where he beat Finn Balor pretty convincingly. I mean, Balor got, you know, quite a bit of nice offense in, but Itami looked pretty good. Then that's my point there. So honestly, it's weird for me to say because I've never put AJ Styles as an underdog, unless he's going up against somebody like a Brock Lesnar. But I honestly think he's the underdog here against Hideo Itami, just based off of what we've seen in the universe. You know, AJ, he did end up winning against Bray Wyatt, but that doesn't change the fact that Bray had the match won, and then Bray cost himself. But, you know, and Hideo legitimately just straight up beat Finn Balor, so it's very interesting things to think about. But anyway, enough talking. Referee, ring that bell, because this is the phenomenal, this is Japanese sensation, Itami Styles. Here we go. And the Hideo chants from the crowd. I mean, clearly East Lansing is a fan of good old Hideo Itami, as Itami just teeing off on the phenomenal one right now. And Itami say, "Come on, AJ, bring it. Is that all you got?" Like, essentially saying, you know, man, why do they call you phenomenal? As again, he just teeing off on him. As now he's got Styles up, and just hangs him out to dry. He does an inverted suplex on that top rope. And Hideo just saying, "Is that all you got, AJ? Why do they call you the phenomenal one?" But Hideo, I mean, he's looking good just like he did against Finn Balor. As again now, just shoving him away as there's a kitchen sink knee. Took Styles down with that kitchen sink knee as Styles rolls to the floor, perhaps looking for a breather, as Itami off the apron, but Styles able to just sidestep it and going straight into a suplex neck breaker. Suplex neck breaker from AJ Styles. Now he's finally looking to get himself into the match. So he's off the apron. And a moonsault off the apron. He didn't get all of it, but he got more than enough to take Itami down and do the damage. So, there's that. Itami off the barricade. And Styles just throws him back in the ring as well. As Itami already getting to his feet, Styles on the apron. Springboard, blockbuster. Beautifully done. As Styles going to hook the outside leg. Referee getting into position. He got a 1. Only a 1 on Hideo Itami. There's a snap. There, and a kick right to the spine from Styles. And like I said, he's really starting to get into the match now. I was just looking to slow the match down a bit. And seeing as how Hideo was doing pretty well with a faster paced offense with his striking, maybe slowing it down is the best thing for Styles here. As now he's teeing off on Itami. After a few big strikes, here's another suplex neck breaker. Very nice move from AJ Styles. As here's a calf killer. He's got the calf killer locked in. Itami trying to fight. But it's a devastating submission hold. Can Itami hold on? Or will Styles end it rather quickly? Itami, he's fighting through the pain, but he does fight out. Now Itami's got him for a hack suplex. This crowd so far liking what they see. As Itami now, he's going to bring him up to his feet. And Styles thrown in the corner. As what's Itami got in mind? A tornado DDT is exactly what he has in mind. As there's a double stomp. Oh, he went for the kick. Styles knew it was coming. As there's a dragon whip leg screw. And there's a kick to the chest of his own. There's no Styles. Springboard. 450. Beautifully done. Now Styles heading back to the Hydrant District. Not springboard this time. Top rope. Frog splash. What the hell? Bray Wyatt? What? And Sister Abigail. You heard the bell. Itami wins by disqualification. But Bray Wyatt? What? Where did Styles and the referee? I mean, there's a different referee. What is happening? So I don't know what we saw there. The match was starting to go really well. Styles really started to heat up. And as he did, Bray Wyatt, his creepy jump scare thing came up and he was in the ring. He attacked Hideo, costing AJ the match. So clearly he's got some vendetta with Styles that we don't know. I said it last week. I don't understand Bray Wyatt. But nonetheless, this is the second tournament match. This is the final match of the first round. Sami Zayn versus Elias. And now Sami Zayn has not competed here in Universe Mode yet. His very first match here. Elias looked very good in the very first week against Kurt Hawkins. He absolutely destroyed Kurt Hawkins. But here we got Zayn and we do have Elias. Now in bringing up Kurt Hawkins, I mean, so far the whole reuniting of Ryder and Hawkins has not gone too well, to say the very least. I mean, granted, Hawkins has only had one match since they reunited, and it was against his good friend Finn Balor. And he did look pretty alright in the match, but it was still a loss, so there's still definitely some work to do there. But we're not here to talk about Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder and Finn Balor. No, no, no. We've got the final first round match in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. After this, there's only going to be 2 matches. Yeah, after this, there'll only be 2 matches. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. Because we'll have Kevin Owens versus the winner of this match. And we'll have... Yeah, and Hideo has already advanced to the final. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I was completely psyching myself out there with the tournament bracket. My mind has been blown over the last few weeks. But we've got a wrestling match. Here we go. As the East Lansing crowd, we saw them chanting Hideo early on, and now the early Olay chant, a sign of respect for Sami Zayn. Clearly, East Lansing, clearly Michigan State University, the Spartans, are fans of Sami Zayn. As the referee holding Elias back, Zayn runs back in the ring, and there's a calf kick, blindsiding Elias there. You know, Elias... The referee was holding it back. There's nothing he could do. Sami Zayn capitalized. As Zayn just dancing around, taunting Elias. As here's a sunset flip powerbomb. Beautifully done from Sami Zayn. As he's just dragging the body of Elias. Elias quickly got up. And he's going to keep Sami from getting anything. As Elias just teeing off on Sami Zayn. Not going to take, I guess, that kind of cheap shot when you really think about it, is there's a knee lift. Now he's really laying on the punishment to Sami Zayn as he dropped the knee on the chest. Elias, we saw he was, of course, Elias is the very aggressive competitor. We know that. Look at what he did to Kurt Hawkins 2 weeks ago. But now he's just laying in to Sami Zayn, and now he's just stomping a mud hole in the chest of Sami Zayn. The drifter stomps. As he's got the full advantage. Never mind commentator's curse. As Sami Zayn with a picture-perfect drop kick. Beautifully done. As now Zayn on the second rope. He wants a lot. Zayn just got off the second rope, decided not to dive. As a schoolboy, only gonna get a 1. Only gonna get a 1. As there's a knife edge chop. And a second. And Zayn with a third. 3 straight knife edge chops. Got a 1. Only a 1. And Elias is doing the smart thing, just lifting his shoulder off the canvas there, not wasting energy with a forceful kick out. As Zayn, how about a springboard? No! Doesn't springboard it. Oh, but going to the high rank district. Zayn, look, he wants Elias on his feet. He's going to dive off the top. No, he's not. Zayn, normally he would be the faster paced offense guy. Normally he would do springboards and dives from the second and the top rope. He's said no to all of that so far. And I mean, it's working out for him. Clearly Elias wouldn't expect that. As now Zayn slowing the match down with a rear chin lock. This is mind-boggling. But Elias now, you know, he's fighting out of the rear chin lock. Just driving the elbows into the midsection. And he fought his way free. And there's a discus clothesline. The lariat damn near took Zayn's head off. Got a 2. Only a 2, as Zayn barely able to lift that shoulder off that canvas. But Zayn wrestling completely different than we would normally expect. There's a knee right to the face of Sami Zayn. Elias gonna do it again. Elias back to just teeing off, just back to laying it on thick. As there is a just straight body slam, scoops him just tossing Sami Zayn. And now Elias on the second rope, and he does dive! As there's an elbow from the second rope. What are we witnessing right now? Only going to get a 2, however. But Zayn refusing to do all dives and springboards, but Elias, he does, and it works out perfectly well for him. Elias was perhaps thinking the end. Zayn said, not today. Elias had that scouted. There's no Zayn. He's got Elias. As here's the Koji clutch. He's got the Koji clutch perfectly locked in. Can Elias hold on? Or will this be a win? Will he advance to face his best friend? And he does! Sami Zayn has made Elias tap out. Beautifully done from Sami Zayn. Having Elias scouted, locking in the Koji clutch. It works out for the underdog from the underground. And there we go. He's facing his best friend next week on Monday Night Raw. And that is absolutely amazing. And that will be a good match if you've ever seen their work on the Indies. Bold words from Zack Ryder there, telling TJP that the only thing he deserves is to be back in the bingo halls. What is this, the 90s? Who still calls the Indies the bingo halls? Either way, bold words from Zack Ryder. Of course, earlier tonight as well, I never commented on this, but we also saw a very confident B team arriving at the arena. But I mean, the difference there is they were confident, I guess for a reason. They're the tag team champions. They won in a really good tag match against Titus Worldwide 2 weeks ago, as we got Mickie James in the ring right now. But I will say, I don't think the Raw GM's going to be too happy with what the B team said about him earlier tonight. I mean, just calling him a lousy GM, saying he's not giving them any challenges, he's not going to be a fan of that, I can tell you that right now. But here's our main event of the evening. The East Lansing crowd here in Michigan, they get witness to Mickie James, a veteran, against Ruby Riott. This is Ruby Riott's very first match here in Universe Mode, Mickie James' second match. Now, and what's interesting about that, of course, as we know 2 weeks ago, Mickie James was screwed out of her opportunity at the women's title. Alexa Bliss somehow won the title by a count out. No one understands that but Alexa Bliss and the board of directors. But let's not talk about that. This is a wrestling match. It's Mickie James, Ruby Riott, bell rings, here we go. They lock up, Ruby Riott gets the upper hand, but Mickie gonna quickly turn that around, rear chin lock. Now Ruby gonna quickly turn it around, lock the arm up in that standing key lock. Now a hammer lock from Mickie James. And now Ruby gonna take her down with a Fujiwara armbar. But Mickie gonna quickly roll out. And she can say, alright. Now bring it. Now Ruby, exactly what she's gonna do, she's gonna bring it, she's teeing off forearms. But Mickie, she's not gonna take that lying down, but she actually missed. But it didn't affect her at all, she's still getting the strikes. There's a clothesline taking Ruby down. There's a straight kick to the spine. But Ruby Riott quickly fights out of that. There's a kick of her own. And a kick of, multiple kicks to the spine there. Now Ruby's the one lighting up Mickie James as she took her down with the forearm. And now just choking her out. Referee, you need to keep a close eye on that. But now just screaming at Mickie, taunting her. Just getting in her face. And that is not a way you treat a legend. As boom! I know Ruby Riott calls that deadly nightshade. Mickie tried to find a counter, and Ruby made her pay by slamming her face first in that second turnbuckle. And there's a running enziguri as Ruby Riott is just on fire as she's heading to the high rent district, the top rope. What she got in mind, nothing, but only because Mickie was already getting up. Mickie started to just get up, lean forward as Ruby dove, so Ruby had to change her plans mid-flight if there's a backdrop suplex there. But either way, there's a schoolboy and the rolling kick. Very nice from Ruby Riott. There's a 1, got a 2, but only a 2. Ruby Riott almost gave all the women on Raw a battle royal, a time to shine in Extreme Rules. And that's an interesting point. You know, I said earlier tonight I'd love to see Mickie get the win here, get another opportunity at the women's title. But I mean, if you're all the other women on Raw, you would want Ruby Riott to win so you all have an opportunity to win the Battle Royal and face Alexa Bliss, you know, somewhere down the road. But as there was a beautiful diving Hurricane Rana from Mickie James, as she's being a little bit aggressive there with the forearms, but there's a beautiful flapjack. As there's a running forearm of her own, giving Ruby a taste of her own medicine there. As Ruby's gonna use the ropes to get up. As clothesline up and over. Mickie taking Ruby to the outside. But I don't think Mickie will stay there very long. No, she doesn't. You know, judging off what Alexa did 2 weeks ago, Mickie definitely won't want to risk that again. Though in this case, as there's a Mick kick, got a 2. Only a 2. But in this case, you know, after what Alexa Bliss did 2 weeks ago, Mickie wouldn't want to go through that again. But at the same time, if Ruby was counted out, Mickie straight up would get the win. So hey, I don't know. But Mickie, she hit that Mick kick, but now, Ruby just teeing off on Mickie James, the chops and the punches, just striking, hammering away, teeing off like I said before. You know, Mickie in a different corner. And just Ruby drives the shoulder right to the midsection. Off the ropes, and a super kick. She's off the ropes again, and another super kick. Off the ropes a third time, and a third super kick. Trifecta of super kicks. And Ruby saying, alright, that's it. Got a 2. Only a 2. Ruby a bit in disbelief there. I mean, 3 super kicks in a row, I would be in disbelief too. But either way, Mickie, she's resilient. We know that. As Ruby Riott gonna take her down with a neck breaker. You know, just dragging Mickie away from the corner. And Ruby gonna head to the high rent district again. Sitting on the top rope. Frog splash! Diving frog splash, got a 1. She got a 2. But again, Mickie James kicks out. A near fall. You know, Ruby Riott measuring her. But nothing. Not today. As another Mick kick. Is now Mickie measuring Ruby. A kick to the gut. Oh, she wants the Mickie DT. What the hell? Ruby Riott's music playing. Who the hell are they? What? Oh, Ruby. The distraction is going to cost Mickie James. As there's the Riott kick. The arm wrench, like Pele, I guess? I don't know. But the Riott kick, Ruby Riott wins. So at Extreme Rules, there will be a Battle Royal. But who the hell were those 2 women at the top of the stage? What? I don't know, but that is all we have time for tonight. For the WWE, I'm Elliot James, and I say good night.